Here are the top announcements from Apple's iPhone 13 event. The first thing that Apple announced was the iPad 9th generation, which was But what was exciting was the new iPad mini, which now comes with the A15 Bionic chipset. It has an 8.3-inch display and it now has a full screen design. The Touch ID on the front has been removed and the power button on the top now doubles up as the Touch ID. The iPad mini now comes with a 12-megapixel wide camera sensor at the back, and it comes with a new center stage feature wherein if you're shooting a video or if you're doing a video call, the camera automatically adjusts the frame so that you are always in focus. The iPad mini also supports 5G connectivity. It supports the Apple Pencil 2nd generation and USB-C port for charging. The iPad mini is priced in India starting Rs 46,990. The next announcement was the Apple Watch Series 7. As rumored, there was a redesign, but it wasn't exactly what we were expecting. The Apple Watch has a larger display and it now comes in a 41mm and a 45mm size variant. But the Apple Watch still has the rounded edges, even though the width of the Apple Watch has now been reduced a little. Apple has also made some UI changes for the new Apple Watch. For the larger display, now there will be more text readable on the watch. It now also has a full-fledged keyboard that you can type on. The Apple Watch is also now IP6X, dust resistant and WR50 water resistant. Apple also claims that the Apple Watch can now support 33% faster charging. The India pricing for the Apple Watch isn't out yet, but it is expected to be available by the end of this year. Moving on, the next announcement were the iPhone 13 series. The iPhone 13 and 13 mini look pretty much like the iPhone 12, except it now has a 20% smaller notch. And on the 13 and 13 mini, the cameras are now diagonally placed. The screen size on the 13 series is the same as the 12 series. The iPhone 13 mini starts at 5.4-inch and the 13 Pro Max goes up to 6.7-inch display. The iPhone 13 and 13 mini retain the Super Retina XDR display. However, this time it offers a 1200 nits peak brightness. The biggest difference, however, between the iPhone 12 series and the iPhone 13 series is the A15 Bionic chipset, which, according to Apple, is 50% faster in terms of performance. Besides that, the iPhone 13 and 13 mini have a 12-megapixel camera sensor on the front, and at the back there is now a 12-megapixel wide camera and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera sensor. Although my favorite part about the iPhone 13 cameras is the new cinematic mode. This mode basically lets you take very movie-like videos so that when you're shooting a video, the focus remains wherever you want, and sometimes the camera also automatically understands where the focus must remain. There's also a very cool feature within the cinematic mode which allows users to choose the focus point after they've shot the video. That's damn cool. The cinematic mode lets users shoot videos in Dolby Vision HDR. In India, the iPhone 13 is priced starting 79,990 and the iPhone 13 mini is priced starting 69,990. Both the 13 and 13 mini have a 128GB base variant. The next and the final announcement were the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. The iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max basically have a feature called ProMotion, which automatically adjusts the refresh rate of the screen between 10 Hz to 120 Hz depending on the usage and the requirements. The design of the iPhone 13 and the Pro units is pretty much the same, but the colors are slightly different. The Pro units come with a more premium graphite finish. The iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max this time also come with up to 1 TB storage option, and the triple camera setup on the Pro and Pro Max now include a 12-megapixel wide, 12-megapixel ultra-wide and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens. The iPhone 13 Pro is priced starting 1,19,990 in India, and the 13 Pro Max is priced starting 1,29,990 in India. The entire iPhone 13 series will be up for pre-order starting September 17 and will be available for sale starting September 24. So these were the top announcements from the Apple event. I'm Nandini Yadav signing off.